Hello guys, welcome to Gist Media TV. If you're watching this channel for the first time, kindly click the subscribe button to subscribe and also click the notification bell to get notified anytime we drop a new video. President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday lamented the rising proliferation of illegal arms and ammunition in the country. In spite of the closure of nations' borders more than a year ago, Buhari restated that the infiltration of countries within the Sahel region of Africa by fleeing bodyguards and the crisis in Libya were primarily responsible for the worrisome development. He warned that as far as Libya remains unstable, so will the problem remain. The president's lamentation elicited reactions from many Nigerians who complained that he had not taken action against those permitting illegal immigration and inflow of arms and ammunition instead of effectively policing the porous borders. The president spoke when the outgoing special representative of the United Nations Secretary General and the head of the United Nations Office for West Africa and the Sahel, UNOWAS, Muhammad Ibn Chambers, paid him a farewell visit in Aso Villa, Abuja. The federal government shut the nation's land borders in August 2019 with the aim of controlling smuggling, including light and small arms, into the country. The border closure was, however, reversed through a presidential order in December last year after several calls by interested parties. Buhari told Chambers that the first step towards keeping the Sahel region peaceful and secure is to ensure stability in the state of Libya. According to the president, the worsening case of arms and ammunition proliferation in the West Africa and the Sahel region resulted from the fall of the former Libyan strongman, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. Buhari, according to a statement by Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, said Gaddafi had a grip on power in Libya for 42 years by recruiting armed guards from different countries who escaped with arms when he was killed in Libya. He said they didn't learn any other skill than to shoot and kill, so they are a problem all over the Sahel countries today. We closed our land borders here for many years, but arms and ammunition continue to flow illegally. As far as Libya remains unstable, so will the problem remain. We have to cope with the problems of development, as we can't play hop, step and jump, but we will eventually overcome those problems. The president described Chambers, who spent many years in Nigeria in different capacities, from ECOWAS to UN, as more of a Nigerian than anything else. Buhari had in April 2018 told the Archbishop of Canterbury, Reverend Justin Welby, that Gaddafi, who was killed in 2011 by United States troops, was responsible for the killings in parts of Nigeria. He said that the arms Gaddafi provided to his supporters filtered into Nigeria, where they are now being used to fuel killings, especially in the north central. Buhari had said the problem is even older than us. It has always been there, but now made worse by the influx of armed gunmen from the Sahel region into different parts of the West African sub-region. These gunmen were trained and armed by Gaddafi of Libya. When he was killed, the gunmen escaped with their arms when encountered, some of them fighting with Boko Haram. In February last year, the president told the African Union Peace and Security Council Summit on situations in Libya and the Sahel in Addis Ababa that the devastating impact of the conflict in Libya and its neighbors in the Sahel and the Lake Chad regions was alarming. He had said, "We condemn strongly all forms and manifestations of external interference in Libya, including the evident presence of mercenaries." Chambers thanked the president for personal support he received from him and from Nigeria as a country. He said Nigeria was playing a yeoman's role, particularly in giving support to the multinational Joint Task Force in checking terrorism and violent extremism in the Sahel and the Lake Chad Basin area. Looking at what the president just said, Nigeria is suffering from the fact that since Muhammadu Gaddafi was killed in Libya, most of his men fled Libya and moved to neighboring countries. Most of these herdsmen that are terrorizing Nigeria, especially in the northern parts and in the southwest, they were able to get ammunition from Gaddafi men, despite the closure of borders. The bandits, terrorists, and others are still able to get ammunition, most especially from Gaddafi men, according to President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, looking at this, Sunday Igboho is trying to open all land borders, especially those that are close to the southwest. Do you think this is a right thing to do? Because if, despite the closure of borders, ammunitions are still brought into the country, so if Sunday Igboho should take a step to open all these borders, what do you think will happen if these borders are open? And meanwhile, does Sunday Igboho has the right to open the border? Looking at what is on ground, does he even have enough security to secure these borders if Nigerian soldiers are sent away from there? Before the Yoruba nation take any step, we need to think twice. Are we ready for this? Are we well prepared? Is opening the border the next step to take? Because when you look at this, the border is being closed and you still have lots of ammunition coming into the country. Now, if you not decide to open the borders, it's just like giving them a free entry into the country, and by giving them free entry, it will even affect the Yoruba nation you are agitating for, because most of your enemies will come into the country freely. So if you are trying to do something, we need to think twice. We need to look at the positive and the negative side before we conclude on whatever we are planning to do. Fine, if Sunday Igboho should say he wants to open the border, he can go ahead, but he have to explain to the Yoruba people, his plan towards securing the border he plans to open.